Nageia is a genus of conifers belonging to the podocarp family Podocarpaceae. Nageia includes evergreen shrubs and trees from 1 to 54 meters in height. A 2009 treatment of the genus recognized 5 species. Some authors consider Nageia formosensis to be a separate species from Nageia nagi, thus recognizing 6 species. The podocarp genera have been reshuffled by various botanists. Most recently, several species formerly classed as Nageia were moved to the new genus Philipp, while Nageia falcata and Nageia mannii were moved to the new genus Podocarpaceae. Description: Nageia are evergreen woody plants that usually grow as trees but may also rarely be shrubs, varying in height from 1 to 54 meters. The branching is irregular. The thin and hard bark often peels with scale-like plates. The leaves are simple and flat. The phyllotaxis, a leaf arrangement, can be spiral or subopposite the nearly decussate. The leaf petioles are frequently twisted so the leaves form a flat plane around the shoot. The leaf blade is elliptic, ovate elliptic or lanceolate in shape. The size varies from 5 to 20 centimeters long and 2 to 6 centimeters broad. Juvenile leaves are similar in shape to the adult leaves but may be larger or smaller depending on the species. The leaves have multiple parallel longitudinal veins converging toward the ends. Stomata may be found on either both surfaces of the leaf or only the abaxial or underside. The leaf surface is coriaceous. Nageia are generally dioecious, with male pollen cones and female seed cones borne on separate individual plants but may sometimes be monoecious. The cones are pedunculate and develop from axillary buds. The pollen cones are long and ovoid cylindric in shape. They may be solitary or grow in small spicate groups of 2 to 6 cones. Each pollen cone has numerous spirally inserted microsporophylls. The microsporophylls may be triangular or apiculate in shape. Each of them has 2 basal pollen sacs with bisaccate pollen. The seed cones are solitary and have long peduncles. They have several sterile and 1 or rarely 2 fertile scales, each fertile scale with 1 seed-producing ovule, depending on the species, as the cone matures. The sterile scales may fuse and become fleshy as in the closely related Podocarpaceae, or they may wither. A part of the cone scale supporting the ovule develops into a drupe-like fleshy covering known as the epimacium. The fleshy parts of the cones attract birds, which then disperse the seeds in the droppings. The species of Nageia are distinguished from similar Podocarpus and the other genera in the Podocarpaceae by the broad, flat subopposite leaves with no midrib, superficially similar to those of the unrelated agathis. Nageia is the only genus in Podocarpaceae with multi-veined leaves. Distribution: Nageia can be found in the tropical and subtropical moist broadleaf forests of Asia and Australasia, from Assam in eastern India across Southeast Asia to southern China and southern Japan, and across Malaysia, for the Malay Peninsula across Indonesia to New Guinea and New Britain. An outpost of N. wallaceiana is found in the southwestern Ghats montane rainforests of southern India, where it is thought to be a relatively recent colonist in biogeographical terms. Nageia, like many podocarps, can usually be found scattered throughout the forest mixed with other trees, and is rarely if ever found growing in pure stands. The wood is yellowish, typical of podocarps, and a few species are locally important for lumber. Classification: the genus contains 5 species: Nageia flori, S. China, E. Indochina; Nageia maxima, Sarawak; Nageia motley, S. Thailand, W. Malaysia, Borneo, Sumatra; Nageia nagi, S. China, Kyushu in Japan; Nageia wallaceiana, SW India, widespread from Assam plus Yunnan to Maluku. Formerly included, moved to other genera.